Right, we're away again. Post UFC 249. Wait, there's something about Haggis podcast.
I finished 12 hours ago, and I've definitely not had enough sleep.
We were keen. We stayed up and watched them. Did you stay up for all of them, Banjo?
Yeah, I fell asleep during Pettis fight, but then I woke up at the end.
Not surprised.
So did everybody else, mate.
It was a shame.
Did you see fucking Ngannou's fight though?
Deke had Rosenstrike, and I was like, I think we were talking about it last week or the week before, and I was like, I've never seen this guy fight, and I watched this fight against Overeem, and I was like, this motherfucker's there to be hit, and you do not want to be that kind of guy against Ngannou. And then Ngannou just starched him in fucking 10 seconds.
Who calls out Ngannou though? Like, that's fucking, he was asking for that.
People who don't have anything worth living for.
Aye. Fucking ridiculous. I was so fucking saddened by that. I genuinely was like, I feel like this cunt can win this. Like, there's a chance. You know what I mean?
No.
And I'm willing.
Everybody's
I'm
got a
willing to
puncher's
bet on
chance.
I'm willing to bet on the underdog, basically.
Especially at heavyweight, there's always a puncher's chance. But I'm like, when you're the other puncher is Francis Ngannou, and you get hit a lot, I'm like, nah. Because like, what happened was he kept him off a little bit for like 3 or 4 seconds, and then Ngannou started winging, and he was like, "Oh, you want to just like start swinging? Let's go." And I was like, "Don't want to do that," and then he got hit.
He never hit him with
Where?
anything apart from that one punch what knocked him out. He missed all of them.
Aye, like he just started. Ngannou started fucking swinging, and then he was like, "I'll swing with you," instead of moving away and like not getting absolutely killed. And then he got absolutely killed. It was class. What was your favorite fight in the card, Banjo?
It would have had to be the main card one. Like, see,
They went to war.
Yeah.
I started feeling really bad for Tony, like. And I did.
Why?
I genuinely felt like I don't like him. I really like him, but at the end of that, I was like,
That's his job.
I know,
Like-
but that's nah. He would have died if Herb Dean never stepped in. He would have died. Like, who takes the kind of shots, man? Any of the punches would knock anybody else out. I didn't think Tony had a chin like that. Like,
Tony's got a fucking chin, by the way. That's what we learned last night. He might have got fucked up, but he's got a chin. I don't know what happened to him. Usually he's the one with all the forward pressure, and like, I've not rewatched it, and I was awake for 18 hours at the time, so maybe I'm misremembering it a little bit. I'm not sure, but it didn't seem like the Tony that I've seen fight before. You know what I mean? Like, usually he outworks and he just smothers you, and you can't do fuck all about it. But it seems like Gaethje had his number. I don't know.
I was
He
impressed.
just came
like,
out swinging, man.
it reminded me of the female fight what happened. Not long ago.
Whaley versus Joanna.
Yeah, it reminded me of that, man.
Yeah, that was a fight.
But
What do you think of the co-main? Cejudo versus Dom.
I was really hoping that would go the distance, but I never realised it was going to be 5 rounds.
Aye.
So
It was. I was just sitting there ripping the fuck at them the whole time.
We were just look at these kids fighting.
man, I fucking
It was good.
I don't know. So like, I kind of.
What do you think about the stoppage? Because there was a bit of controversy where folk were like,
I think
at
it
the
should have
time-
went on maybe a wee bit longer. Not much. Like, it was.
I was pretty certain that it was a good stoppage. I'll just say that.
I would say the Herb Dean stoppage was a lot better, and he was on his feet, but I don't know.
Nah. Herb Dean's the best of the best, though. Get what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. Like, Dom made the point, like, I was trying to get back up, and then...
You could see that the last second. He was.
Yeah, but what my point was, he knew it was like the last 10 seconds of the round or whatever, because he heard the clap to say it was the last 10 seconds, and he was already on the ground. So he, as a professional, he should know, all I need to do is get to the end of the round, so he should just have covered up. He shouldn't have been trying to get back to his feet, because if he had, like, covered up and protected his head, he's showing that he's defending, and he would have fucking got to the end of the round.
Because if he just
the
covered
problem
up,
was because he had his hands on the mat and he wasn't protecting his head, and Cejudo was hitting him in the head, and the ref's like, he's not protecting his head, I'm gonna have to stop this. I see the point of him having to stand up, but at the end of the day, Dominic Cruz is a fucking former world champion, and the best fucking
At the end of the day,
35ers ever.
He ken's better.
He should get better. So for him to be like, I was trying to stand up, you're like, mate, you should have fucking covered up and protected your head, not have your hands on the mat. Yeah, like at least protect like I think it was the left hand side of his head. He should have had like his left hand protecting the left hand side of his head, and then tried to like stand up using his right hand if that's what he was going to do. But he can't complain if he's not even attempting to protect his head from strikes when he's already been stunned, and then complain that the ref stopped it because he was trying to stand up.
Because he got dropped.
In my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of shit that it got stopped at 4 minutes 58. Like,
yeah,
if he'd let that go 2 seconds, there's another round there, but whatever. And then Cejudo was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm retiring. You're not getting this chance again."
I'm kind of whatever. Well, that's what I was saying when the fight was going on. I was like, I really didn't give a fuck about anything under like 45. I just didn't care. Like the fights are, like Cody and TJ was a great fight at 35, but like watching DJ and Cejudo fight, I'm like, whatever. Who gives a fuck?
I was really hoping Jeremy Stevens was going to win.
He got smashed.
He got fucked up, man. By that, what was his name? Cater.
Yeah.
Calvin Cater.
Yeah. He got fucking.
He was
Doing
doing alright.
He says Calvin Cater's the dark horse in that division. Like, yeah, like legit. Like he can get a shot on anybody. Like, and he can stop anybody in that division. But it's whether or not he gets the chance, and whether or not he can adapt to like who he's fighting against. But he's got like solid enough foundation that he should be able to, through his camps, build enough to like hang in there, and be able to do what he wants to do, kind of thing.
No, the main card was decent. I was kind of disappointed with the undercard. It wasn't as like it looked stacked on paper, but it was not like an amazing undercard or like prelims anyway. The prelims were a bit not much.
I
really
didn't mind the early prelims. That Bryce Mitchell guy. Holy fuck, man! Did you watch that?
Nah, I didn't see that.
He was putting on a masterclass in grappling.
Aye,
like, it's him. Mine, like, a few months ago, there was the highlight, like, holy shit, this guy's just put somebody out with a twister. And everybody's like, holy fuck, that's never been seen. Like, in the UFC. It was him that done that. And he against that, what's his name, Charles Rosa. He had it locked in on him at the end of the second round. And if it hadn't been for the round ending, the fight was over. And he went for it, like, 2 or 3 times throughout the fight. And Joe Rogan was like, he's done all the difficult bits. He's now on step 9 out of 10. And this is over. And DC's like, how is he doing this? This isn't fair. Because, like, the guy who was fighting, that Charles Rosa, was like, nah, I'm better on the ground than you. I'm going to smash you on the ground and that. And then by the end of the fight, he was literally saying to the guy, we'll stand up then and we'll have a proper fight. Like, because he knew he was fucked.
I don't
as soon as he had him down, man, he just smashed him.
I don't understand why Tony never tried to take Gaethje down apart from that fucking.
I think Eddie Bravo was telling him that, wasn't he? He was like, you want to like roll an ankle pick him and like just try to take it down, but he did try once, but I think by that point it was
too little, too late.
But
it was a bit of desperation.
He could even tried for a single leg or something like. No, like I don't know, man.
Gaethje's how is Gaethje on the ground? Is Gaethje decent on the ground?
His takedown defense is brilliant, but I don't know what he's like on the ground.
But I'm not entirely sure.
It was a good fight, good night of fights. Particularly the main card, like say the prelims, I wasn't there too.
Yeah.
Plus Michelle Watterson lost, which like lost me 120 quid or whatever it was, which was like, cool.
I was hoping she was.
How did your bets go?
I don't want to talk about it.
Aye. I had who did I have? I had Pettis, Watterson, and Oleanik for 120 quid, and Watterson let me down. And I was like, cool.
Too bad.
It was Jeremy Stevens what let me down.
Sucks in a big fucking way.
Sucks to suck, right?
Okay.
And then that was it.
You had Dom as well, did you not?
Well, I covered all my bases. But
covered all my bases, still lost everything.
Still lost it all. But if Jeremy Stevens, well, the biggest money would be what did I have? I think the accumulator was the biggest money, but I think I had Henry to win by decision on points. I had Hingy Ngannou to win by TKO, and Hingy to win by Tony to win by submission. And then I had Tony.
You had Tony by Darce.
Yeah, I know. That was another one. I was hoping it would get there.
apparently Justin Gaethje was a state champion wrestler in high school and was an NCAA Division 1 All-American during his time at University of
Oh
North Colorado.
yeah, he
He's
can
a-
wrestle. Right.
he's
yeah.
a
He's got a
beast.
ground game on him.
Aye. I didn't ken that. Not that I've
So
ever
maybe-
looked into him before. Maybe that's why Tony didn't try and take him down.
Maybe they had a little plan and they were like,
Although,
maybe let's not fuck with this.
Actually, I would,
NCAA.
Aye, but
I
mean, I
surely
would
the
think-
submissions
you
would
would
have been.
think. You would think like they would perceive Khabib as like a bigger threat
Yeah.
with wrestling, and it was
but the
Khabib that he was training for.
The thing with Khabib though is, you don't actually have to actively take Khabib down. You're more playing bottom game against Khabib because
Yeah.
he's going to take you down. So like if they're going into the fight with Justin and for whatever reason they might have thought Justin won't try and take us down, so it's on us to force the takedown, that's where the difference is. You know what I mean? Because like
Yeah, that
Khabib
makes-
will
that-
take you down.
yeah, that makes
so
sense.
it's a difference between bottom control and top control. So maybe they were just like, we don't really fancy putting the energy in to getting the takedown against Justin if they know how good his wrestling is or whatever.
What do you think
Yeah,
Khabib's
that's-
like?
that's fair.
See how his takedowns in that he always drags him to the side of the cage and then ground and pound
Yeah.
there. What do you think he's like in the middle of the cage if he doesn't get to the side?
He pulls you to the side.
He pulls you
he,
to the side.
he puts you where he wants you. and then
That's the thing.
puts you to sleep.
He
That's
just
as
bear
simple as
drags you.
that.
Yeah. Aye.
Aye.
Like
Like,
legit. He just drags you across
he
the
kens
fucking
exactly
octagon.
what he's trying to do all the time, and
Yeah.
he's always been the same. Like he'll pull you, he'll get you to the side of the cage, clinch up, and then just drag you to the flare and be like, "All right, this is over now.
Aye.
There's nothing you can do."
It's weird that
It's
because
as
there's
simple as
nobody
that.
else like that.
Not that can do it as effectively as he
No.
can so consistently. Like that's the thing. Like everybody goes into the fight. Like I'm sure Tony was going into this fight before it got fucking changed and cancelled, or whatever, against Khabib. He was like, I know I'm going to get taken down. There's like nothing you can do about it. It's just like, how do I adapt once I am down?
Yeah.
And then how do I like figure out a way to win? I guess.
Because what is he? Is he 28-0?
28, I think.
So
aye. 28 or
everyone
29.
knows what he's got to do, exactly what he's got to do, but nobody can do anything about it. Like,
Mate, it's,
That's
it's
that's
like,
why
it's-
he's so good. That's why everybody's like, "Holy fuck!" Because you ken what he's got to do. You train
Yeah.
for months to try and stop him, and then he's like, "Nah, I'm just gonna do it anyway."
28 no. Yeah.
never changes
the
it
thing
up or
is-
anything, and he still wins.
You can say the exact same thing about Ngannou, and the only guy in the UFC that's figured out Ngannou is Stipe. That's
Yeah.
it. Like you know, Ngannou's just going to come in and try and punch your fucking head off,
Mm.
Aye.
and nobody can really stop it. Like heavyweight's obviously very different because there's a lot less technique at heavyweight. It's a lot more like, let's just fucking go.
It's more
Like
like
some
rock 'em,
fighters-
sock 'em robots.
Yeah, a lot of fighters at heavyweight, like Stipe does have a lot of technique, and so does DC, and Blaze is really good on the ground. But like when you're talking about just heavy hitters like Ngannou, he's just like, fuck your technique, watch me punch your fucking face off, and we'll see what
Watch me
happens.
punch your face off.
But nobody really can figure him out.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But when he hits you,
You know he's just
like,
gonna try and kill you.
You can see
Yeah.
somebody's soul leaving their body. That's the
you're
thing.
savage, man.
It's fucking brutal. It's ignorant. It really is.
It hurt watching it.
And he's looking fucking.
It did look sad as
Aye.
fuck.
Aye.
Especially, you see the worst thing about it as well at heavyweight. Ken, when like somebody gets hit and they go down. At like lower weight classes, when you know that they're out and they get like them few more hits on them,
Aye.
you're like, oh, it's like
Aye.
that's not as bad. But see when you see Ngannou drop someone and then they're already out and he hits them like three or
Right
four
up
more
against
times in
the
the
cage
fucking
too.
head, I'm like, fucking hell, man. It was the same when Rumble used to do it. Rumble used to be the fucking knockout artist at heavyweight. He would hit someone, fucking damn near kill them, and then like punch them 3 more times in the face, and you're like, bro, come on. Like, oh, it's tough to watch sometimes.
It's brutal,
He-
especially with fucking Francis.
He was just a new fighter
Jesus
to him,
fuck.
man. He shouldn't have been in the ring with him at all. Like,
He asked for
I
him.
know,
He asked for the fight.
That's where he's
No, do that
fucking-
again, will he?
That's where his side like should have been like, listen, you're not ready for him like at all.
To be fair,
See,
I,
the
I
thing
see
is-
his point. To be fair, because he's like, I want up there, and I think I can.
Yeah.
Like, I think I can fight for the title.
Don't
and win.
choose him though.
So
Like-
I need to no, because you have to beat Francis to say
Yeah.
I'm in title contention.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
If he had beat
everybody's
Francis
just
last
going,
night-
oh, you can't beat Francis though. So what's the point?
If he had beat Francis last night, he would have been right up there in like the title contention chat.
Yeah,
Who was that
I'd
guy?
like-
Corey Anderson, man. I would have chose him. Like, no Ngannou.
why? Why?
I'd rather gone against
Who
fucking
Ken Su? I've never. I don't think I've ever seen him fight.
Corey.
I can't
You
exactly who
have.
Francis Ngannou is though.
Corey Anderson. Is he not the Black
You've
Beast?
seen Cody fight.
I probably have, but
Getting the
yeah.
him was like, was he not the enemy who was like, I'm going to sit my black ass down and do some cardio?
No, that's Derek.
Oh,
That's
aye,
Derek
so it
Lewis.
is. So it is. Corey Anderson just.
Cody Anderson's a light heavyweight.
Oh, is he?
Aye.
I think so. UFC in the light heavyweight division.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well then Derek Lewis then. I would have chose him.
It depends who's available now as well, right?
Mm.
I mean, especially with this whole shit with the COVID and that, it's like, who can you actually get that can get to the fucking arena and stuff like that? It's kind of.
I'm gutted that Rhodes fight never happened. That was
So
that was so
that would have made it a lot fucking better
Yeah.
last night. But.
that was
Plus, Jacare versus Uriah Hall got cancelled because Jacare got COVID, so that got dropped,
fuck.
which kind of sucked.
Oh, I never even noticed Ryan there.
Aye. Getting out Uriah Hall didn't fight
Yeah,
last night.
I never even noticed that.
Aye. No, it was good. Like heavyweight's looking a bit. It's always kind of been the same for the last like 4 or 5 years. It's kind of whatever. There's like 3 really good ones, and then the rest are kind of shite.
What's
I feel like we're at that point now.
what's your thoughts? Me and my pal were speaking about this. What's your thoughts if John Jones went up to a heavyweight and he went against?
He
If Jo-
I think
mate,
he dies
if-
to Francis.
Aye,
If
I
John
don't really
Jones
like
fought
this.
Francis Ngannou, that would be a fuck. I'd watch the shit out of that. That would be
who
class.
do you think would take it? I don't think John could handle the. Was it me and Kev talking about that? Was it me and?
I think.
I
See, the
think
thing is,
Ngannou
right,
kills him. I really do.
Ngannou needs one shot,
Aye.
but John is a far superior all-round athlete than what Ngannou is, and I feel
100%.
John wouldn't go in like the fucking Rosenstruck did last night.
Aye.
He would actually come in with a game plan and keep the distance. And the thing about John is he's got a long enough reach that he outreaches most heavyweights. I think Ngannou's close, so that'd be interesting in that sense.
I
But
think Ngannou would be chasing him
I've-
down all night.
yeah, I feel like John's too smart to get drawn into that. Like I said, there's always a puncher's chance, and if Ngannou lands, he will win.
Yeah.
Like if he lands a clean shot that's got his power behind it, nobody's survived. Stipe's the only one that's taken a big hit and not died.
Not
You know what I mean?
died.
So-
Yeah, I know what you mean, though.
Rosenstruck
don't
will
know,
never
like-
be the same after that. Like he will not recover for that, man. Like,
I don't know. I would take Jones. I think Jones
Aye.
would be the favourite, but yeah,
I think Jones would be
take
the
Jones.
favourite,
He
but
would be the favourite.
I think Ngannou would get it.
It would.
What about if it went on the ground?
If I was betting on it, I would definitely bet on Ngannou because he's got that one hit knockout power, and you'd probably get really good odds.
It's like
But if I was like actually try to guess who was winning, I would say Jones would be favoured. I would.
it's like the Deontay Wilder
Gun to your
Tyson
head,
Fury
predict
match.
the fucking outcome of the fight. You'd be like, all right, Jones.
Yeah, Jones has got all the tools to do
I
it because
really
like
want
you
Ngannou to win, though.
what you're talking about is like if you look at how Stipe beat Ngannou, he just like took a couple of big shots, admittedly, but he just took him to the ground and outworked him and made him look like a fucking idiot. Really, like
Aye.
he just outworked him and drained his gas tank. And then when he took his like gas tank out, Ngannou couldn't get the power together. So you give John that kind of template on how to beat someone. I think he does it, and he does it better than what Stipe did. But there's always the chance, like if one of them shots hits. That's why it's an interesting fight. There's good fights for Jones at heavyweight, but I don't think he'll move up. I think he's too afraid of the power.
I'd be interested to see how his wee calves would cope with the heavyweights. Because
These wee ankles.
like because they're obviously got to cut him down like a
Check his
tree.
legs.
Aye. And he's not had a hit.
Stipe versus Jones, mate, that's a
Mm.
fight. I'd like to see that fight. But
That would be a
I
fight.
don't know, man. Don't know. I don't like I said. I don't think Jones will go up. He's got it. He's got it too well made at light heavyweight, and there's no real advantage to him for moving up. I don't think. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause if he
Yeah.
sets like the light heavyweight title defense at like some ridiculous number, like if he defends that light heavyweight title like 20 times, 23 times or whatever, he'll go down in history. And I think that's what he's shooting for now.
Yeah.
I don't think he really gives a fuck about like
Taking
move up
easy
to heavyweight
fights.
and all that stuff. Yeah, he's like he knows there's nobody at light heavy that can really give him trouble. And the thing about Jones is like, who was it? Santos. We were talking about
I
last
think
night.
I think he
Thiago
won
Santos,
that
yeah.
fight. Like
Santos can give him trouble, but the thing about John is, whenever he fights somebody the second time, he's always better. He's like he's figured them out in the first fight, and then once he goes into the second fight, he always looks way better, and he's like, oh, I understand what you do now. Check this shit out, and he just fucking destroys them.
I was like, to me, I was like, he doesn't take the first fight seriously because he is that fucking good. Like,
I wouldn't say that.
I genuinely, I don't think he trains like as hard as he would as when he first came in, though. Get what I mean? Not just being like, fuck it, I'll just beat him and not going to the gym at all. But like, not working like as hard as he would when he was got to be fighting like Lyoto Machida and stuff. Because you can, he'd have panned his cunt in and been like, I need to win this fucking fight. I will win this fight, kind of thing.
What's happening with him?
It's like
being caught drunk driving.
I'll probably just win anyway. With like a greatly reduced effort, but still putting in a lot of work. But you get what I'm saying.
That's how good he is, though. Like,
yeah,
he's so much better than everyone else. Like, just at a base level. Like, if you took everybody's training away and was just like, right, go and fight. Jones is the most naturally gifted fighter probably ever. He's that fucking good. Shame he's a fucking dick into the bar.
I like him.
Oh, he's an absolute fucking wank stain, so he is.
He got done for DUI again. Like,
what's happening with that?
It's like the fourth
is he banned?
fucking time. No, it's not going to get banned for the UFC, I don't think. Yeah. I've not actually. I seen the headline and I was like, "Oh, classic."
He'd literally be a millionaire
name in the sport.
Like, he'd literally be a millionaire. So why is he not getting a driver? Like,
no, that's what Joe Rogan was saying. See, after this happened, the first or second time, Joe Rogan was like, literally, what he needs is somebody to go around with him, drive him everywhere, like someone who can just say, "John, maybe it's a bad idea to go and fucking."
Run this lady.
Get your weed out the car after running this lady. Like, just have someone with him all the time to do all of this shit. So if he wants to go fucking mental and get fucking
there with him all the time.
Aye, if he wants to go mental and like, oh, I'm getting a fucking bottle of vodka, this guy's just like, I'll drive. You know what I mean? That's all he needs in his life. But he just doesn't. He's just a.
He could literally ask anybody though. Like, you got a driver's license? You fancy driving me? And he couldn't get to be like, no, fuck you, John Jones. Like, well, I don't get it, man.
Knows, man. He's just a fucking tit, so he is. That's how he is.
To be fair,
and then he comes out and he's like, "Oh, I believe in like God, and God is looking over me."
I snort coke and hit pregnant women.
Aye, bro, you're not really can.
Man, I like him. Like, I think if I had that kind of fame and money, I would probably do the same. I wouldn't drink drive.
Here we go.
I wouldn't drink drive.
UFC's Dana White doesn't plan to discipline John Jones for second DUI arrest.
It's really got nothing to do with them, though, has it?
Nah. UFC light heavyweight champion John Jones will return later this year if promotion president Dana White gets his way. I hope he'll fight later this year, White said. For my part, there'll be no penalty. Jones in March struck a plea agreement on his second charge of driving under the influence, receiving 4 days of house arrest to be completed within 90 days probation, and was also required to complete a remote drug treatment program in addition to other penalties.
See, what I don't get though is, like,
here we go. Wait a minute. Jones was arrested after failing a sobriety test ordered by police officers in Albuquerque, responding to a single gunshot, and found him later in a running Jeep SUV. A search later revealed a .22 caliber pistol and a single shell casing, in addition to nearly empty bottle of Recuerdo Mezcal and marijuana. I'm assuming that's tequila. It sounds like tequila.
Anybody else would get jailed for that though. Like, you'd be.
That's America as fuck. You'd sitting there with your bottle, cutting a bit with your weed, your bottle of tequila, and your gun, just driving a bit. Can't fuck it. I'm the man.
In an SUV. In the middle of New Mexico. Like, legit. Come on, I mean, that's as America as it fucking gets. And I guarantee you, his next press conference, he'll be like, I just need God to guide me in that, and I've been...
he'll hit you with that fucking patronising his fuck part. Like, it's all about like the journey and all the destination.
I don't get why he does...
I'm on God's path.
Why does he not just be like,
what, mate?
I can do what the fuck I want, like, I don't give a fuck what you think.
That's what I want him to do.
Yeah. Like, be the villain.
Every story needs a good villain. Yeah. You know what I mean? And if he was the biggest villain, he is the biggest villain, really. He was for a time, especially when he was going up against DC. He was the best villain. He was just like, I am so much better than the rest of you cunts. Check this out. Like, what was it he was saying in press conference?
I bet you when I was on coke.
I trained... Yeah. I took coke the weekend before I fought you. I fucking only trained 3 weeks before I fought you and shit like that. And you're like, you are the best villain. Just be the villain. And I would have more respect for him if he was just like, I'm a cunt. I'd still think he's a cunt. But I'd be like, at least you're not trying to hide behind some bullshit. That you're like, oh, God will provide and he will show me the light and all this stuff. And you're like, mate, fuck off.
Aye. When's the last time you went to fucking say your Hail Marys? Fuck off, you dick. Fucking Wankstein. That's upset me, that. I just didn't like the guy. Like,
it's like, every division needs a great villain. Like, Connor is the best villain because he's an absolute dick. Yeah. Everybody thinks he's, like, some folks don't like him, and I'm like, bro, like, I mean, he says funny things from time to time. I'll give him that, but he didn't get about punching folk in fucking pubs in Ireland.
He's still trying to turn it around and be nice too.
Ah, yeah, he is too.
Aye, like, he can fuck off with that and all.
I don't get it.
But he's a good villain. Because, like, see, at least when he steps up in the fucking octagon or on the fucking press conference and shit like that, he still gives it all the shit. Like, he's still like, aye, fuck you, and like, fucking whatever, this, that, and the other. Whereas John's like, oh no, God, and that, and I'm actually really trying to be humble and stuff, and you're like, fuck off.
What about Connor and Tony?
It's a good fight.
Who do you think would have that in? Because I've never seen Tony like that.
Tony did not look good last night. I don't know what was up with him.
I don't know. I think it'd be a really good fight if it was Connor and Tony.
I would fancy. The thing is, after last night's performance, Tony got hit a lot, and Connor's got enough power to knock out anybody at 55.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if it's old Tony, the Tony that won the 12 fights before and looked like an absolute fucking kill, like Tony's got a chin, like we said, but I feel like Connor hits way harder.
I don't think Connor hits harder than Gaethje though. And Gaethje,
I think he does.
Aye.
I think Connor's the biggest hitting 55er on the planet, probably. I think he's got that much power. Like, it was crazy when you, like, a veteran like Eddie Alvarez who's been in fucking wars. Like, Eddie Alvarez had a chin. He could get hit. And see, when Connor cracked him once, it was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, he legit just did not know where the fuck he was.
Looked about his cell like, sorry, where the fuck did that come from?
Like, see, when you watch, like, Connor's fights, like, I know everybody points to the Aldo one, and the Aldo one's like...
Yeah, I don't even count that.
I wouldn't. No. I wouldn't take it as like gospel that that's because he's like the greatest fucking hitter ever because he knocked out Aldo in one shot. No, like it was impressive, but it's when he hits people. Like, see when the fight goes a decent amount of time, and he hitting people that is the same size as him. Diaz is a bit of a different case because he's a natural 70, but like when he hits Alvarez especially, and you're like, fuck, he felt it. You're like, Jesus fucking Christ!
Yeah,
like when he hits people and he keeps going,
like, and he's moving back while he does it with that fucking left. You're like, ooh.
And he lands them combos. Like, he'll hit them with a big punch, and then they're like, shit, and they get a little bit like stunned and freaked out. And then he's like, oh, here's another 3 punches behind it. Check this out. It's like really impressive. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm not sure.
It's another guy that should be a villain. Who would be the villains?
On what? In all the divisions?
Yeah.
Who cares about 25, right?
Henry Cejudo.
TJ Dillashaw, dollar Dillashaw at 35. He for sure is the villain there. 45. There's not really a bad guy at 45.
What's Sugar Sean O'Malley? What's he at?
He's 45.
Is he? I think he could turn it around.
Wouldn't be a villain.
Yeah.
Sugar's too nice to be a villain.
He's got like a really popular fucking stream as well.
Yeah.
He's making like 20 grand a week streaming.
He's the boy. Let me put up the rankings real fast. Featherweight. Holloway's cool as fuck. Ortega's cool as fuck. Zabit's cool as fuck. Yair's cool as fuck. Jeremy Stevens maybe could be the villain.
But
I mean, there's not really one there.
In the kids division, there's none really there.
Yeah. Colby is definitely the villain at welterweight. Everybody fucking knows that.
For sure.
Colby's a massive cunt. At middleweight, who would be the bad guy at middleweight? Ewell, maybe? I think Ken who'd be a great bad guy. Ken who'd be a great bad guy at middleweight. Paulo fucking Costa. He would be the best bad guy at middleweight.
He's too nice.
Because he's such a
he's
fucking
too good looking.
Piece.
That's the problem.
Oh no, mate. See if you've got a bad guy that's also a dime piece, you're like, fuck. Life's just wrong.
Makes it worse.
Light heavyweight's also like Jones. He's obviously the bad guy. Heavyweight. It's definitely not Stipe. Stipe's far too nice for that. There's not really much going on at heavyweight, to be fair.
Did you notice like how much? See when you were like hearing like the corner talking to them and stuff like during between the rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like that? I quite liked that because then it helped like for me because obviously we're like filthy casuals and that. Like looking to see if I could see the fighters taking that advice
the
for their
filthiest
coaches and then trying to
casuals.
fucking.
Well, who
no,
changed,
the
who
bad guy at
changed their
heavyweight?
game plan? It was Hingy checking the kicks.
Greg Hardy.
Aye.
Greg Hardy. He is the fucking bad guy at heavyweight. He's a fucking cunt. Right? Fuck that guy. But he was saying, him and I think Watterson were saying that they could hear the commentators when they were fighting and like what they were saying, they like put into their game plan. So I think Hardy said that he could hear, I think it was DC saying he needs to check these kicks more. Mm-hmm. And then he started checking kicks more. And I can't remember what it was. Yeah. I can't even remember what it was with Watterson, but she said that she could hear, I think it was Rogan say something, and she was like, shit, I should do that. And like, it did help her, I think she said so. I don't know. It was strange, like.
Yeah, like I said, I've really liked like being able to hear them and shit. Yeah. Like, I felt like it actually did make a difference.
I didn't like it at first. It's a
strange atmosphere.
Yeah, I don't like it at first, but then I kind of got used to it. It was weird because you could hear them breathe and everything, like.
You could hear the shots land a lot more. Like, it wasn't...
Lighter shots sounded a lot heavier.
Yeah. Like, when a big shot lands and there's a crowd there, obviously there's the big, oh, or whatever.
Yeah.
So it kind of muffles the shot. But see where it's just like, I don't know, there must have been, 40 folk maybe? Like, including crew and that, like, around the fucking arena. Yeah. You could hear, like, every shot land. And, like, the impact that it made.
I liked hearing the coaches
crazy,
and hearing what they were saying. And then seeing if they were adjusting to that. Like, I like that, but...
I don't know, like, it's... Like, we were talking about it a wee while ago when we were talking about WWE as well. Like, does it benefit people or does it, like, hinder them? I think for some people it'll help, like, being able to hear that communication from their coaches and shit. But I think for some fighters, maybe they feed off the crowd a bit more. So, like, when they land a big shot and they hear the crowd go, whoa... They're like, let's fucking go and let's get it.
Yeah, they're like, right, I can finish this because that was a good shot or whatever.
Yeah, like...
I need to start pushing forward.
It definitely changes the dynamics, I think. But that might have been something that affected Tony. You never know. Like,
when it first started, I was kind of thinking, this has got to feel like a kind of training camp to them, kind of thing. Like,
yeah, like in the gym. Yeah, like a sparring session.
So, that's... Yeah. But... I don't know. I was kind of worried about that the first couple of fights, and then some fighters seem to kind of really got into it. But I suppose you would be if you were getting punched in the face.
I don't know, man. It was definitely strange, but it was good. There's next cards on Wednesday, I think, as well. So
yeah, there's some good fights on it.
It's pretty crazy. And Nunes is the next numbered card, 250 against.
I'm just starting to feel sorry for anybody like she's against. Like, it's just
no fucking wonder.
It's gotten to the point where it's like these actually really have to keep making her fight because she's just fucking folk up and it's not fair. They've got families. Like,
they've got families, man.
Okay, it's a shame, man.
The next fight night is. Where are we? Smith versus Teixeira. Anthony Smith versus Glover Teixeira. Owen St. Prue's fighting. Ray Borg's fighting. Arlovsky. Michael Johnson. Eubanks. There's some decent fights. Aye. Fuck knows, man. It was nice to actually watch some sport for the first time in 8 weeks. Or whatever the fuck it's been.
Where the fuck is it? I seen that Paige Van Zandt was supposed to be fighting.
No, is Paige coming back?
Yeah.
Aye.
I don't know where it was. I think I heard it on like Joe Rogan and Schwab were talking about it on the Fight Companion thing. Or the MMA show. And they were saying that it's apparently whoever it is she's fighting, I don't know who it is though. They're like, it's got to be the hottest fight of all time. How many guys are going to be sitting watching that with their trousers at the ankles? And Schwab was like, this guy. Yeah, I can't remember who it was. It was Paige Van Zandt versus someone else that's apparently a smoke show.
She's already fought Ostovich, so I don't think it'll be her again.
Who was it? Who was the last one retired one? She was like sweet as fuck. Can't mind man. Brown hair. She's well tidy.
Don't know, mate.
I can't mind.
I can't see anything.
Fuck knows. We just have to wait, mate.
Yeah.
Aye.
Such is life.
That was good.
Because it's maybe not been confirmed yet.
I probably won't be. I think she was having arm surgery at one point. Van
Yeah.
Zandt. Be a while away.
Ah, well. Such is life. What can he do? But yeah, fucking UFC, fucking 249. Belter of a show.
Yeah, it was good.
Really enjoyed that. It was
nice to have
it was worth
some
staying up
sport.
for. Because I think, what was the last gym we watched? And we were like, it really
no
wasn't worth it.
Diaz Masvidal?
No.
Nah, I don't think so.
Uh,
No, we stayed up for that.
Khabib?
Fuck, I can't mind.
Fuck knows, man.
I genuinely can't remember, man.
I didn't like the fact that how the tweets kept coming up.
That was annoying
I
as
don't
fuck.
like that, man. Like it was just random.
I didn't even mind it.
No, it was annoying me. Like
That was pretty fucking annoying. Like,
it was fair enough if it was like the tweet for Khabib and like folk like that.
yeah, it's just like no comment.
And then
We stayed up for 248. That was Izzy versus UL.
Oh, that was it. That was it, because it was quite fucking disappointing.
yeah,
Just
But
the way
that
the
also
fight
had
went.
Weili Zhang
That
versus
was,
Joanna on it.
Yeah.
that was a
Thank
war.
fuck
yeah.
they were there to redeem that.
That was
Yeah.
that was like the first
Yeah,
fight too, was it? Or was it the fight before the main event, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Weili Zhang fight was the co-main,
Aye.
and then Izzy was the main.
Anything
against
else after that though, that would have been disappointing.
Aye, that was a good card actually as well.
Wasn't that lassie got her fucking forehead tripled in size?
Aye,
That was a
Joanna.
shame. Yeah.
It's a shame because she's
Feel bad.
actually quite pretty too,
That's what I was saying last night.
and then
too.
she looked like
I
an
was
alien.
See when they get all the, like their hair dreaded up and shit like that. Some of them, like Michelle Watterson, still manages to look hot even with her hair like dreaded up and shit. But some of them like turn into right fucking savage looking cows. Like, fucking hell.
They
I
look
mean-
council estate as fuck, mate.
Aye.
Try to think of that fucking female fighter man which retired. She fought like Ronda Rousey in that.
Ronda Rousey? I didn't
No,
care.
it was other one.
The other, yeah.
Misha Tate.
That was it. Misha Tate. She was.
She retired like 8 years
I
ago.
know, but, like, she was tidy as fuck. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Only fucking cutting edge fucking news on here. Misha Tate retired 4 years ago, I
aye,
think.
but she's tidy as fuck. And then she
She's tidy as well.
she kind of looked quite manly in the ring, and then when she's obviously outside, she looked fucking banging.
Yeah.
It's because she's there to fight, not for a fucking catwalk show.
I don't know.
Okay, I
but
mean-
still, it's fucking unreal.
It was a tough wank for Banjo that day.
Was she the one where she was taking off her clothes to do the weigh-ins and Joe Rogan looked at her ass, and then the next time
Aye, that was
and he
her.
had, he had to make it obvious that he wasn't doing it next time. That
Yeah.
was good. That way, I like that.
You couldn't help yourself.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure there's plenty of the lassies that are there. And when like fucking Francis Ngannou comes walking out, takes his t-shirts off, he's standing there looking like an absolute fucking god. There's some
Aye.
lassies having a look, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But you folk are only human. Can't be helped.
That's life, mate.
That's what I was going to ask you, Banjo. I think I was saying to Hog about this, or Hog said to me about this other day. Ken, how we're getting rid of menthol fags?
Yeah.
Aye. Do you think that's why they've released COVID, to cover up the fact that we're getting menthol fags?
No,
Makes
I
sense,
had
doesn't it?
I had another conspiracy theory though.
Here we go.
I can't mind what it was though. I'll think about. Give me a second.
No
Wait,
worries.
let-
No, that was a
Let me Google fucking conspiracy theories real quick.
Aye. That was a post I seen on, it was like Instagram or whatever, one of the meme accounts, and it was like some guy was like, I work at a shop or whatever, and some women asked me if they think that the government's blown COVID out of proportion to cover up the fact they're getting rid of menthol fags, and I was like, that's literally the way some people think.
Yeah, that's it. It's solved.
Fucking fucking tits.
I can mind what it is now. I just had to shut my fucking window. It was freezing.
Letting all the Wi-Fi out.
Did you listen to Joe Rogan's podcast with Elon Musk?
No.
I listened to the first half an hour and was like, fuck this.
I was listening to it when I was running, and my conspiracy theory is, right, Kennedy's doing that Neuralink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that motherfucker's already got it in his brain.
Well, why don't you explain to the people what it is, Neuralink?
I have no idea, but the way he was talking, there was something.
Right.
I don't know what it is, but he's got it.
There was something wrong.
Andrew. So you don't know what it
Well,
is that it
I kinda
does,
do.
or what effects it might have.
Kind of do, but
Right, tell us.
no, if he was talking about if you've got like a serious brain injury, or if your sight's going, or shit like that, they cut.
It's mainly for medicinal
Aye,
purposes.
they cut out the bit of a skull, put in the fucking, replace it with this Neuralink, and supposedly helps.
It's a chip, and then they put the chip in your head, and then they attach electrodes
to the brain,
to other, like, tiny electrodes to certain parts of your brain. So like Banjo said with the sight, say you're losing vision in your right eye. The theory is that if you put these electrodes in the right part of the head, you can stimulate the part that controls that eye, and then like shock it to like bring it back.
It's like jump starting a car.
I don't know like the exact ins and outs, obviously, because I'm not a fucking neuroscientist, but that seems to be the basic idea.
I think they said something about having like synthetic nerves and stuff like that, so that like folk that can't walk and stuff, like they can repair that way.
Yeah,
synthetics. It's trying to get it to synchronize with your brain, so your brain thinks that it's part of it, kind of thing.
Yeah. So why do you think that Elon Musk had?
The way he was talking, like, it was
because he's a fucking fruitcake.
No, it was the way he was pronouncing his words, and like. It was weird, man. I felt like there was something.
That's how he talks.
No, but, well, it was like he kept changing accents as well.
See, the thing with, like, how am I going to explain this, right? See, when Elon Musk is so fucking smart, right? He is so fucking smart that he probably realizes, see, when he talks to, like, a normal person, like Joe Rogan or me or you, his mind works too fast to, like, for the other person to be able to keep up. So he probably thinks in his head, I've got to slow down a bit so this guy understands what the fuck I'm saying. That's why he's a bit like, like try to find the right word.
See, I like the fact...
word that he would use is probably not the one that Joe understands.
I like the fact that when Joe asked him something, it wasn't just be like, maybe 10 years or whatever. It was like, that is too... I cannot give you a specific estimate of like that, and it was so weird, man. Instead of him just being like, fuck knows, maybe between like up to 10 years or whatever, he was like. So
you'd rather he lied to you and got a number than him giving his honest opinion?
But it was just weird, man. And his accent and that changed as well, man.
He's South African.
He was weird though, man. It went from like American to English, and
it's weird.
It's because he's so.
I think he's put something in his fucking head or something like.
What would be the benefit of Elon Musk putting something in his head if he doesn't have a major medical condition?
He was born in South Africa and then like grew up in Canada and America as well. That's why he'll have a mix of accents.
Yeah.
His accent will be fucked.
Yeah.
But what would be the advantage of him having that in his head if he doesn't have a major medical reason for doing
I don't know. Like, if they gave me
just for a laugh,
if they gave me an opportunity to get like a bionic arm, I would be like, "Are you fucking right?"
That's not what you're saying.
It's the same kind of concept.
You're saying you think he has a chip in his head, not a bionic arm.
I don't know what that chip can do. He could fucking. I don't know.
How'd you ken he's got it in?
There was something a wee bit wrong with him, like.
I didn't like the look of him. I didn't like the cut of the man's jib.
Like,
therefore, he must have a fucking chip in his
head. He's just had his wane, and did you see what they're calling him?
Like,
how do you even pronounce it, man?
What was it? X, and then it's the jazzy AE. It's the AE that's like a Greek or some shit, fucking number or letter.
It's like numerals.
It's pronounced Ash, yeah. And then A12 after a space, or not a plane that you really like.
And then
the Archangel 12. Yeah, I'm like, bro. That's legit an Xbox Live username that an 8-year-old.
That's like the back of a Wi-Fi fucking router, man. Like,
it's fucking ridiculous, man.
Mm.
But Yeah, and if you've got whatever much money he's got, you can do whatever the fuck
Did
you
you?
want.
I never knew he was gone with that lassie. They look
Alright.
look like they should not be together at all. Like, she looks like she snorts coke and fucking runs
Mate, Elon Musk
runs
probably
about
does
with
coke as well.
fucking drug dealers
Cunt
and
only sleeps 4 hours a night.
pistols.
Get what I mean?
Like, she looks fucking badass, and he's like, I don't know, man.
You're a white shagger, aren't you?
No.
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 I've got
I'd
standards.
shag him for a fucking chip in my brain, like.
I'd shag him for a chip in my brain.
No, but you said it fucks you up.
He's just probably.
Any more than he already is.
Yeah, but like,
Well,
what?
true.
If-
Fair enough.
If the consequences,
It has to be a
if the
fucking
consequences
powerful
for,
chip.
like, to slow down your speech or whatever, but you could fucking, I don't know, learn any language by somebody just talking to you, like ken the Google thing, like shit like that.
Well, that's the plan, isn't it? I think long term.
I'll
is
use
to do
I'll
shit
use
like
Google
that.
Translate the new. I'll be honest. I'll be fine with that. The
Well,
new.
The plan is to have, like, from the way he was talking and what I heard about it, the plan was to start off with, like, the medical side of it and then move into more,
Accessibility.
instead of having a phone effect, like, this is obviously years and years and years and years and years down the
Well, he
line.
was saying
Instead
about
of
10
having a
years
phone,
that you wouldn't have to
you will-
talk.
You'll have a chip in your head. Well, he said theoretically.
Aye.
But that's like his
If
plan.
everything
is
went
to, like,
well.
have people have these chips. Yeah, have people have these chips in their head, and assuming they can connect to a network, that you'd be able to communicate, like, quote unquote telepathically, and be able to access the internet from inside your mind and shit like that. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, maybe you've had a bit too much fucking coke this morning, but whatever.
Like, there's nobody else like that in the world, though.
Nah, there's no.
It's weird, but I don't
That's what it's like being a fucking genius.
But I don't understand how
You know what I mean?
how would they get approval for like the FDA? Because if I had like billions and was like, oh listen, I want to start doing this, the FDA would be like, get yourself to fuck, man. You're not fucking about in folks' brains.
Banjo, how many PhDs do you have?
I don't know how many he's got. Like,
Get what I mean? The reason he's not just like some guy that just happened. He's not Dan Bilzerian, and he's like, I want to start putting chips in people's heads. You know what I mean? He's a fucking engineer who owns a fucking rocket company and all this other mad shit. Like, and also, it's not just like he goes to the FDA and he's like, "Oh, by the way, I've got this chip I want to put in people's heads. You're not going to test it, or I'm not going to let you see anything about it or the specs or what it can do. I'm just going to start doing it." And they're like, "Aye, all right." Like, he will have to work in like partnership with them to get it sorted out.
but he's still not. It's still not been passed by the FDA, but he's obviously.
It's probably not ready to enter like full testing yet.
It's fucked up. Like,
It's really not. Also, you've got to remember, like, see all this shit that Elon Musk does. It's not just himself sitting in his room like, "Oh, I've just built a rocket." By the way, he employs like the smartest people on the fucking planet to do this shit as well. So like, I'm kind of sure they can what they're doing.
would you take it if it was fine? If it was finalised and like, say you had to pay $1,000 or whatever. I don't know. Okay.
But to get a chip put in my
Yeah.
head. Aye, fuck it, why not, right?
Mm.
There's not much else going on in my life. It'd be pretty interesting.
You could sell your fucking PC and your PS4 and all that shit.
Can. How great would that be? I'd have so much more room.
But then again, I'm thinking
Playing-
like phones catch fire sometimes. Why can't this? why can't this
Maybe
just
say it
start
can.
melting your fucking brain?
Probably could, I
Mm.
guess. I guess that's something they're going to work on. In fact, I'm sure it's a question that's been asked. They're like, what if this melts into your skull? Well, maybe use an alloy or a metal or some shit. That's not going to happen, or some sort of plastic.
But
I don't
it needs
know.
a battery.
I know, I'm sure it's something they've thought about, mate. Like, they're not just going to be like, "Oh yeah, we're going to ship this chip that you can put in folks' heads," and then
It might
a week
catch fire.
later, a week later, like, they get 2 million fucking responses saying, "By the way, it caught fire and everybody's now dead."
He's on fire.
But fuck knows, man. He is the craziest bastard on this planet. I've no idea what goes on inside his.
See, if he didn't have money and shit though, like he'd be put in a loony bin.
He would be a doctor of fucking physics.
Yeah, whatever the fuck he is. He's an engineer, I'm pretty sure. But did he like? I don't know his like story. I don't know like if it was the classic he came from nothing and built this shit, or if like his parents were fairly rich or whatever. But he's so smart, he would have got to this point anyway. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't just fluke it. What were we saying?
Banjo had never heard of him.
Oh, you didn't hear Banjo? You haven't heard of a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like, you're not exactly the fucking brain trust. Are you under the illusion that because you only heard of him 2 years ago, he had done nothing significant before
No,
that?
I'm just saying, like...
If I didn't ken him, he's not worth kenning.
That's legit your fucking thoughts on this.
Did you know him 10 years ago? Did you know about him like 10 years ago?
Yeah, he had Tesla.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure. When did he found Tesla? Here we go. That's a fucking question. It was a while ago now. Tesla.
2003.
Yeah. There you go, mate. I didn't hear of him in 2003 because I was 9 years old.
He joined in 2004.
Yeah, see, when I like fucking... Probably when I was at high school, I would say. I was probably like 14 or 15, 16 maybe. 10 years ago. Aye, about 10 years ago. Probably heard of him. Because, Ken, you study things at school and don't just like try and find the way to shag all the lasses in your class.
You didn't study fucking electric cars and the owner.
No, you do modern studies.
Do
you know what that is?
I never did any of that.
Right, no bother. We'll just leave that there then, because fuck that. Well, anyway, what else has been going on, son? In your life this past week? Have you heard any word about going back to work?
No, but I was meant to be away to the army today. Today was today.
Oh.
Oh, son.
First day of phase 1, but obviously that's been postponed.
Feels bad, man.
The world's a more dangerous place for it, aren't they?
Aye.
Nah, so I've genuinely forgot that I have a job.
So valid, but I got an email the other day. They're like, I think start in the morning, or maybe last week. I don't know when it started, but they sent out an email asking folk if they could drive and whatever else and this and that and the other, and their guy be like, staying social distancing and that at GBM.
You
and
can't
stuff to get back
carpool
open
though.
and out. Aye, well, that's what they're saying. So like, I was like, I didn't drive, and they were like, aye, cool, no bother. So we got an email yesterday that was like, please do not, in all caps, like it was, oh fucking, we're doing this and that and the other, and then in all caps, please don't come in unless you've been specifically asked to. And I'm like, I haven't been, so I'm fine with that. Just lose my email, it's fine. But, aye. But Sturgeon was saying the day you're allowed outside, it's not just one time outside for exercising now. It's like fucking, you can go out as much as you want.
See,
so.
I don't know if this is bullshit, but obviously Big Boris is doing his speech, at 7 o'clock?
Aye.
So
It'll have started, isn't it?
I don't know what time it is. But apparently, this could be bullshit, but apparently if they let up restrictions and like open up lockdown, and then we keep staying locked down, Nicola's got to shut the borders and fucking not let any English folk in.
You should anyway. Like, legit. I'm not obviously saying that to be a cunt, right? I'm saying that because this is not the time where you should be going on holiday or going for a trip up to Scotland or down to England. Yeah. Like, the borders should be shut anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See,
right.
I've got a question here. I think I can answer it anyway.
Build the fucking wall, am I right?
Build a wall.
If England open up and be like, right, restrictions over, do what the fuck you want, and then Scotland's like, nah, we're having another 3 weeks. Can I fuck off to England for a bit, and then try and get back? Nah.
Aye, go for it.
See, do you think I would be able to get out of Scotland but then not come back, or do you think they would just stop me on the way to England?
No bother, man. You'll be fine.
I don't know, mate. I'll just stay at home.
No, I've not done anything.
Like, see this fucking whole shit with the VE Day celebrations and fucking folk having
That's
sheep parties and shit.
That's a fucking joke.
I'm like, bro. Like, literally, what day was it? Must have been Friday, right? Folk were having the street parties and shit like that. And I'm not joking. See, from the moment I woke up on fucking Friday, say it was like 10 o'clock or whatever, there was music playing all fucking day at the back, like in the houses at the back of my bit. All fucking day coming from up there till, I don't know, midnight. And I'm like, bro, like folk coming and going and that. And I'm like, mate, what the fuck are you doing? It's fucking stupid. Oh, we're celebrating VE Day. Oh, what, like you do it every year?
Aye,
what
were you doing for VE Day last year?
I ran a half marathon for it.
That was nice, yeah.
No, you run the half marathon for £50 that you lost.
I know, but it was a
Useless
wee
cunt.
challenge thing for the army to see how
Fucking
far
Wednesday.
you could run.
How long did it take you? 2 hours and 4
Yeah.
minutes?
I ate my chapstick on the way as well because I got starving.
Aye, 2 hours 4 minutes for what, 13 mile?
Aye,
Fucking amateur.
Fucking
you just
useless,
couldn't
man.
fucking run to the shop, so fuck yous.
Mate, I could walk 13 mile in less than 2 hours. You know what I mean?
I'm a fucking fireman, mate. I'm in peak physical
I'm
condition.
sure you are.
You've got to remember, Banjo, me and Deke have like longer legs, so it's way fucking easier for
Aye.
us to like cover distance.
That's a quarter marathon.
When was the last time you ran, Hog? Because I'm thinking
I
skill.
run all the
I'm
time.
thinking school
I run
time.
all the time, mate.
I think
I run all the time.
you haven't ran since skill. Uni. I'll say uni to be safe.
Yeah, I did a uni a bit. I have a few times. Yeah.
What, since uni?
Football.
I've ran. You don't know me.
You don't know my shoes.
He's in there. I just walk real fast, mate. That makes up for it. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Poor wee Banjo's sitting there, his wee legs going 100 mile an hour.
Do you
While
know
she's
the route I
walking
did though,
beside
man?
him.
I ran for
Casually.
mine.
Two strides.
I ran for mine to fucking the top of the town, then out Stilrads, then to Sandy Hills, and then back round Rockcliffe, Kitford, and then back into the town.
And it took you 2 hours and 4 minutes. You are out of shape, mate.
I was fucking.
You're what I got to the army and defend this country.
Fuck yous, man.
Fucking
You've got a fucking
ridiculous.
cheat.
He did.
Just a congratulations. Oh, cheers, boys. Thanks for your support in that, you fucking dicks.
Nah, I just called you a useless cunt in your post.
Yeah, thanks.
That was class.
I knew it was all out of
your post,
love
but I
as
liked your
well.
comment.
I knew it was out of love.
But you gotta do it again, like double or nothing.
Aye, I'll do it.
Ah, you could win £100, Banjo.
I could do it. No bother.
Go for it. Do another wee marathon in that.
Yeah, I'm actually got something.
How long do you think it would take you to run a full marathon?
Ah, fuck. 4.5 hours, 5 hours.
Right, how long?
First off, do you know how long a full marathon
It's,
is?
Right, how long did it take you to run a half marathon, Banjo?
2 hours. So,
Right. So how long do you think a full marathon would take you, Banjo?
about 4 or 5 hours.
Hey, he put the maths together.
That's what I
Super
said.
proud of you.
I'd say probably.
I just
5.
said that
so you're
about fucking
closer to
2
5.
minutes ago. 4 or 5 hours.
I never heard you say 5.
Yeah.
I heard nothing come through my thing at all.
No, I'm not going to do it in 4 hours, man. Fuck.
Oh, get the finger out. Maybe you'll get that timed in.
I can get a shot, like.
26 mile. And what's the record? The record's like 2
2
hours. isn't it?
hours.
2 hours. something.
No, it's under 2 hours.
Aye.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
What
Say
for?
something better with your
You
time.
didn't even ken the guy's name and he's the world record holder.
Yeah. Who's it?
What?
I don't know. Deke tell me who the world record holder was, and I have no idea what he said.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, that
Aye,
guy
what's his
is,
name?
is the world record holder. You didn't ken who the fuck he is, though.
Aye.
So what's the point in doing it? Nobody's got to remember that guy.
I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure folk that care about running will. Like, if you ask Ross Gibson, I'm sure he could tell you.
Doubt it.
I don't give a fuck. You should care, Banjo, if you want to get better at running.
Nah, I'm alright.
No, I'm alright, mate. I'm
I
fine.
don't give a fuck.
I'll just run to Stelrads and back. I'll be alright.
Nae bother.
Aye. Do you just have a street party at Mark VA doing it?
Elwood Kipchoge. How the fuck you say that?
I highly doubt that's how you say that.
Eliud.
I watched it as well.
KIP.
And I did. I watched them do it.
Choge.
Kapoji.
Kipchoge.
I would say you'd say Kapoji.
It was on the TV
Kipchoge.
not long ago, like.
I don't fucking know.
Because
Who gives a fuck?
they did they had like pace runners as well in front of them.
Yeah.
They change over.
Do you want to ken something that folk will give a fuck about if you're living in the Dumfries and Galloway area? Well, Stewartry area, probably more likely. Great Wall's open!
Thank
Hey! Billy's back! Let's get it, man.
fuck. Billy's back in the fucking mix, boys. Thank fuck. It's got to be
Game changer.
It's got to be stout, innit? Like it's got to be.
I
Fucking
will.
heaving.
There was a post on Facebook that was saying that only 2 folk in the place at a time, so you've got to phone your order in first.
Mm.
And then get
Which
picked up
takes
and then do
45
the side.
minutes anyway.
Mate, Billy's busy, man.
Got a lot on. He's got the fucking. He's got this community to fucking feed.
Okay. Somebody's got to do it. An easy job when you're gassed at fucking 11:30 and you're like, Billy, I really need some fucking salt and pepper.
I've been getting takeaways for Carlos.
Right. Have you had your fucking pook shit?
No.
I've not been yet, man. I want to get one though. I'll maybe go this week and get one. Oh no, he's shut for a week. He's back the 21st, I think it was. They're having because I think they kept on. They were selling out like a lot more than what they kind of assumed that they were going to. So I'm sure he put a thing up. There we go. Where is it? I'll read this. Where the fuck is it? Hurry up, Wi-Fi. We found our feet in this new climate. We'll be taking the next week to refine our menus and systems to cope with the demand we've had. We'll be reopening Thursday the 21st with new menus and hopefully opening the restaurant up as our new carry-out space with an extensive cocktail, wine and beer list. So yeah, I think it's been like busier than what they assumed it would maybe be for it. So they've had to just get like, right, we're going to have to just be making more of this stuff and kind of expanding the menu a bit more and whatever else. And kind of seeing what's working as well. Like stuff that's popular, there's no point, I don't know, putting venison on it if nobody's buying any venison off you.
Aye.
Supply and demand.
That's it, mate. That's the name of the game.
Economics and sales and such.
No, it's looking like it might maybe 3 more weeks or something like that, or maybe ease up a bit.
Yeah.
If folk actually fucking listen to what they're being told.
They're not guy, but whatever.
That'd be nice, can.
Folk already, or no, folk done it for like, I'll say 2 or 3 weeks. I'll give them 2 or 3 weeks-ish, and I'm being quite generous with that. And now they're kind of like, I've been kind of doing it for the past 2 weeks, so I should be fine just taking it now. No,
I've done it 2 weeks, so just ignore it for a week.
It's pissing me. I said this before. It's really pissing me off. Everybody that's wanting a fucking pat on the back for going to work.
Aye.
Like as if being a lorry driver, you're being exposed to COVID-19. You're not. You're exposed to it potentially when you make like a drop off or a pickup. I'd say 80% of your day is spent in the lorry. You're not getting a fucking round of applause, mate. Nurses and that are getting it because they're sitting there dealing with folk that have definitely got it.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking annoying. Everybody else is just a cunt with a mortgage that's wanting a pat on the back for turning up to work. It's not because they're a good person, it's because they're poor. Would you want me to do? But that's why I'm going to work. If I had the option of staying at home, I wouldn't be like, oh,
mate,
you know what? I'm going to come in and do my part to try and keep the country going. Nah, fuck off. I'm having the fortnight off.
It's pretty grand sitting at home all the time. Like,
I don't know.
There's been like weeks or like a couple of days here and there where I'm like, this really needs to get you fucked now. But then I'm like, it's either this or get to work. I'll take this.
It's this or trimming. Ken, what you want from me?
I'm alright sitting at home.
Nah, it's fucking irritating, man. Everybody's wanting a fucking pat on the back for going to work. You didn't give a fuck 6 months ago before this started. You weren't wanting a pat on the back then. Fuck off.
Yeah,
you've got rent like the rest of us. And make yourself look to be a fucking hero. Fuck up.
Andrew doesn't he?
What's that?
Have a rent.
Nah, man, I've got digs.
Must be nice living with your mother, getting all your meals made and that.
So fucking make my own meals, you dick. I had for dinner last night. I had a fillet steak and 2.
You were late on the podcast 2 weeks ago because you were like, "Oh, sorry, my mum was making my tea and that, and I didn't."
She did that time.
Leave it or whatever.
I had a fillet steak and 2 duck breasts, which I cooked myself.
Fucking living like a fucking 18th century king over here in Dubai.
Fucking well good. Ken, how you say that the way stinks of pish?
Did you know
what I've started to realise?
Stinks of piss.
It only stinks of piss when folk are out. It's not
detective.
It's not stunk of piss since the lockdown. So it's the folk that stink of piss.
It's the folk that stink of piss.
That's what I'm thinking.
Could it be the fact that the folk piss in the streets?
Aye.
Like a fucking Roman. I don't even care where I'm going with that. Like Roman time.
Just say China.
Just say China. The Romans used to just like shite all the bit in that.
Just like China.
It's like, what was that thing in Game of Thrones? Flea Bottom or whatever the fuck it was called in Game of Thrones. Where they just throw this shite in the street. That's what they'll pay. It's like.
That's it depresses me, man. I think it's all the granite. Yeah, like every building's like fucking grey granite.
It's all the junkies what depress me,
so
man.
Fucking depressing.
Mate, I live in fucking Butterfield where it's for junkies, and when I get to Dalbeattie, I get even more depressed. You know what I mean? Like,
Dalbeattie's just a giant Butterfield.
Pretty
it's
much.
not that. Mate, Dalbeattie's not that nice.
we didn't have a fucking. I better not say that actually.
You didn't have anything.
No,
You've got nothing.
I was going to say
Dalbeattie.
nah, but no.
Didn't even have a Tesco's. Even Kirkcudbray's got a Tesco's and that, but it's a shithole too.
It's a food town. which I don't get
dive
it.
is what
It's
it
a
is.
dive.
I wouldn't get in there to kill myself, mate. It'd be too depressing.
I'd feel like I'd be fucking tidying the bit up, killing myself in that shithole.
Anyway, you got anything else you want to talk about, mate? Because I'm really fucking...
Nobody bought my piggy bank.
I'm
Gutted,
I'm absolutely
I ne-
fucking
I never-
dumbfounded
Yeah,
by that.
I never advertised it.
25% off.
No, fuck that. I never advertised it, man. I don't know if I want to sell it. I keep looking at it when I go into the kitchen and be like, love you. And then I pick it up and then they cunts put money in it. Yeah, so.
They couldn't put money in it. It's not tip.
Well, I worked fucking hard on it. And
What were you expecting your mum and
Well,
dad to be
aye.
like, oh, I've just made Banjo's dinner. I'll put a quid in
well,
it.
I was expecting if you got a wee bit of loose change, like anything over 50p, stick it in there. Do you know what I mean?
Anything over 50p.
Aye, man, didn't hit me with your
So,
fucking...
I've got 40 quid in my wallet. I might as well just put that. Thank you,
Stuff
man.
a fiver in it,
fucking
man.
50s pound coins and notes only.
Aye.
You fucking
Aye.
spoiled wee bastard.
I'm not letting your fucking coffee
Nah,
in here,
Ken,
mate.
that's
Get that tape, fuck.
that's a waste, that, man. I do it, Ken. So...
I've got a wee... it's a empty coffee tin for fucking coppers and shit. It's got a decent bit of silver in there as
Well,
well.
anything over 50p, send it my way, man. I'll stick it in the wee...
No, I did like for me. It's when I used to get out a lot. I'd have a lot of like 5p's, 10p's, 20p's, 2p's,
For the
and shit
puggy.
like that from like buying drink and shit.
I
Well,
like the
I'm
change
not
for
guys
every
that-
round.
Yeah, I just like would come home and they were all sitting on my desk. Like I would just empty my pocket onto my desk, and there was just a pile of change, and I was like, "This has got. I've got to do something about this." So now, whenever I've got anything under 50p, I just throw it in that. But I didn't have a lot of money on me usually now. Like the only time I used to have money like on me was when I got to the pub, and I didn't get to the pub that much anymore.
Not just because of this fucking current climate.
Nah, like even before that, like I'd maybe go out once every couple of months.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody was
for,
out,
for a
somebody was
reason.
up. Yeah, if somebody was up or like there was a reason to get out. Now I'm just like, fuck it, I'll be shite.
Oh, I'm quite
But,
gassy. I'm gassy. Oh well, there you are then. We
Yeah.
calling it that? Gang of tea and that. I'm fucking hungry, man.
I'm alright.
I've had
For
that
dinner,
kind of
I
fucking,
just can't be fucked.
like getting to my bed at like what 6:30, 7 o'clock this morning. Whenever the fight's finished.
I think the fight finished at like what 46 or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Could force myself to get back up at like 11, and my guts were still like a bit kind of funny because I'd had like a couple of whiskies and whatever after my bottles of Mary Down. I've not had Mary Down in years, man.
It's good. I was just like,
Reminds me of
So it
getting
was the
steaming
same
in
after-
Market Hill or in Butterfield when I was younger. I've seen it in
Aye.
Tesco's. I was like, oh, hey, I've not had that for ages. I'm fucking having a couple of them. It's fucking
the
stinking.
same as the day after fucking staying up for the UFC just fucks it.
Aye.
Like it's just an absolute write off of a day.
Aye, it's one of them days where you just lie about wanting to do something but can't be fucked doing anything.
Yeah,
At the same
because like
time.
we were going to record this on Friday, and then we're like, no, we'll save till Sunday because then at least we'll have something to talk about. And the second we decided we'd wait till Sunday to record, I was like, it's gotta be a fucking tough al.
It's gotta be a
Sure.
slog.
Aye.
Aye, because you're totally fucked, man. It's one of them, like, you need to force yourself to get up so that you didn't
Yeah,
sleep all day and then you're up all night. Because I'm
Yeah,
back to
that'd
work.
be
I'm back to work
6
tomorrow
hours
morning at
sleep.
like fucking. I don't even think I had that. I think I had about 4.
Aye.
Rolled a
See,
bit in my bed
contemplate
for-
staying
Aye.
up, though, because it's daylight. You're like, should I just stay up?
Mate, it was daylight this morning when I went to bed.
Yeah,
Like,
aye.
see, by the time the Ferguson fight finished, it was fucking a nice morning.
Aye.
Good.
Folk were already getting out walking their dogs and that and away for their fucking one bit of
That
daily
I-
exercise.
Mate, that always baffled me. See, when I was like on early shift, and I'd be waiting for a lift at like it'd be like what 5 in the morning or something. I'd be waiting to get picked up, and you'd see the amount of folk you would see walking their fugging dog at 5 in the morning. I'm like, what are you doing, man?
Aye. They've got to do it
Like-
before they get to work, or the dog's got to shite in the sofa, innit?
I know it's like our folk that don't work, but they get up at fucking 5 in the morning to take the dog out. I'm like, what?
That's habit, man.
That's fucking mental.
Like they're sleeping for fucking like 9 o'clock at night. You know what I mean?
Aye.
They're fucking. It's just old school, isn't it? Getting up early, making the most of the day, basically.
Yeah.
Get up, have your porridge, read the paper, fanny about the rest of the day, and then get to your bed at the back. get to your bed.
Get
at the
up,
fucking
walk the
8:45.
dog, have porridge, read the paper, and by that time it's 6:30 in the morning.
Exactly.
You've nothing else to do.
You've
the
got
rest of the day.
12 hours to fucking get to the
Aye.
shop and back. You know what I mean? And a lot of them take that amount of time to get to the shop and back.
I'm going to watch fucking Homes Under the Hammer. You know what I mean?
That's me. Bargain hunt. Homes Under the Hammer. Then I'll go and get the morning paper and whatever. Fucking back. Oh man, back home
Antique
for fucking
Roadshow.
deal and pointless. Fuck me.
Right, anyway, let's get fucking those bones.
I'm away for some scran, man. I've got a fucking roast chicken in that oven. Cool. Geezer out, Joe Banjo.
Thanks, guys, for listening to an episode of Something About Haggis podcast. It's been a pleasure.
It's been one of them.
It's been one of them. I'd like to clarify for folk listening, these will start getting better after we get off lockdown. We just didn't have fucking the opportunity to like date anything new. Yeah. We've got a few things in the fucking pipework for when we're actually allowed to interact with folk in that again. Get a few more guests on and stuff, so bear with us. Right. Yeah. Peace out, boys.